Omer, I've been working with Urtasker for almost a year now, and I had hired off of other outsourcing sites, Fiverr, and other places, and worked with VAs in the past. And one thing that really is different with Urtasker was, uh, I have an e-commerce specialist that started from day one with several years of experience. So when we started building a plan and a scope, I realized right out of the gate that my e-commerce specialist was really knowledgeable, and I did not have to train them. I didn't have to work with him very much. He was like, "Oh, I can do this, 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 and this," and I think that was huge. On top of the reporting feature and the quality control, so those are a lot of differences that I see with your working with Urtasker versus another just outsourcing agency. Now, is that something that you put in place day one with your teams, and that you wanted to structure that way?
Yes, definitely. The first year when we started, and we had a team of when we start growing and people start asking us for our services. Okay. Very first thing which we did is we built our own physical offices. Okay, and same thing with the US right now. I'm sitting in one of my office, which is in Long Island. Okay, we're thinking to make it have a bigger space for this office as well in future. But when we did 4 years ago, we had our own offices. We started with one office, and that office has a proper structure. Okay, yeah, when it like HR, okay, and can have mentioned that you don't have to train our resources, because the reason is that those guys are working working with us for a couple of years, or we got them out of the market with experience, and that is a lot of comes with a lot of recruiting and finding right resources, training them, putting on shadow projects, okay, where they can learn from someone who is actually working on the real account. And on top of that is basically continuous learning and training and development. We have a dedicated department called training and development. So all the feedback which we get, so we send feedback every month, and that feedbacks, I mean, I get happy when I get like someone say something which is a constructive criticism. Basically, you can improve this, you can improve this. I basically, I tell my department who is collecting feedback, I said, well, you need to say special thank you to this person, because this person took time and provided that feedback. Now we could improve ourselves. So we have a dedicated training and development department which takes feedback and continuously improving ourselves. So Ken have mentioned e-commerce assistant. So whenever I go to podcast or any shows, I say you cannot use word VA for e-commerce. You need to come up. You need to use word e-commerce assistant, specialist, or expert, because VA is someone who is maybe sitting in his home or her home or somewhere, and you have to train. The challenge which e-commerce business owner faces, that they can hire someone whom they can train stuff and they can do all that stuff. What about all those changes which are coming into the market? Okay, who's going to keep an eye on that? Okay, as a you could understand as a business owner that okay, this change came, but then you have to train back to your resource who is working. So we make sure at Urtasker that whatever the requirement, whatever the new development, new changes which came, what is going on. For example, like yesterday we were discussing that development on Amazon was that they are accepting all non-essential, shipments. Now, all of a sudden, instead of just posting everywhere, I start asking all of my guys, what is going on? All the categories are getting accepted or no? So instead of just reaching out to our clients blindly saying that, oh, Amazon can, no, we need to check all those categories and contact our clients and inform them. So that takes off a lot of burden, a lot of because if you hear from your assistant, specialist, or expert, this is what it's coming on Amazon or any other platform, that's a blessing, because you see that a real team working behind the scene. So it has a lot to do with processes. Again, I'm talking again and again about processes. So HR department, which we have, training development department, basic department like finance, marketing, all those component that makes your Tasker a company which is, and there are a lot of people who are behind the scene working to make your Tasker successful. It's not only operations or e-commerce assistant or specialist or expert who are helping them on the continuous basis.